Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Battlegrounds. And before I go any further, yes, this is going to be one of those videos, oh, you're making another complainy video or something like that. But on the flip side, we do have to look facts and numbers in the face. And again, I could have made many more videos about this topic. I specifically and purposely kind of let the season play out because season is about to be done. And the numbers are kind of in. And it is clear that Kabam has dropped the ball quite drastically. I believe earlier today or yesterday, somebody calculated that there are only approximately 6,500 people in Battlegrounds Gladiator Circuit at the moment, you know, just by counting the spots and all the tiers and stuff. A couple seasons ago, for the one season or when we had the increased rewards, we had well over 20,000 people in Gladiator Circuit, even earlier, not just by the end of it. So it is quite safe to say that the amount of people that made it to the Gladiator Circuit has dropped by 2/3, approximately 66%. And if that doesn't spell problem, an issue for a game mode, I don't know what else will. Aside from the fact that obviously there are fewer content creators creating Battlegrounds content, there are fewer content creators playing Battlegrounds on a regular basis, and there are more and more threads like this. Let's talk BGs. Why is BGs falling behind? And the points mentioned there is staleness, bad AI, latency, missing frames, which is in fact a big issue as well. Cash offers making the play to feel out of balance, and also true. Content fatigue, yes. And I think the most obvious one that's missing, the rewards as well. Because ultimately, here's what I have been saying about MCOC community for quite a while. Majority of Marvel Coins of Champions player base will put up with a lot of shit. We do not demand perfection. We will put up with a lot of crap. There will be segments of community that will complain regardless of whether, you know, it is the best piece of content or worst. You will never be able to please everybody. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, if the rewards are worth it, people will suck it up. And they're not. That is like the big change, the big problem. So ultimately, I think my thoughts about the current state of Battlegrounds have not really changed over the last month and a half, 2 months. They have just become kind of like more set in stone, if anything. And therefore, I want to hear from you guys because I do think that the Battlegrounds as a game mode has become significantly less enjoyable. A big part of that is obviously the rewards. But if it was enjoyable, I think more people would still play it because it would be, you know, the most fun or most exciting thing that we have in the game. Like when we had beta seasons, Battlegrounds was obviously brand new and had the new and novelty aspect, but it genuinely felt exciting and fun. And we all played Battlegrounds without any meaningful rewards because it was new and because we had fun. Now, that's not happening nowhere near as much. And that's what I hear from my viewers as well, where, you know, I love watching your BG streams, you know, and so on and so forth, but, you know, I'm not playing this season, or I haven't even bothered getting to Gladiator Circuit, and so on and so forth. So, what has changed since then? Well, number one, the metas have changed. There are offensive buffs now that kind of like boost a segment of the roster, which I don't think has been good, ultimately. I really do not. I personally never liked it, and it pretty much marked the decline of my own personal Battlegrounds engagement up until the seasons when these offensive tactics arrived. I played Battlegrounds significantly more, even off stream. Like, for the last 4 or 5 seasons, I don't think I have done more than 10 matches off stream. And I don't find it as fun. The metas aren't as exciting, to me at least. And again, I know the person who's making them, and he's a great guy, he's a great player, and I wish him all the best and all the success in with Kabam. I just don't think he's applying the correct goal, because I think they're more so made to be tough and challenging, skipping the fun and interesting aspect, I suppose, or cheesy aspect to it. And yeah, of having offensive tactics, again highlighting a very small portion of people's rosters, therefore kind of like forcing you into a specific mold and micromanaging people's decks. Don't think we need that. Second bit, obviously the AI. Yeah, has been dreadful. I don't think I have ever played as bad, and it all the way might be me. But AI all of a sudden dashback intercepts me a lot more. You know, the step backs, AI just randomly drops in a light attack out of nowhere to intercept me. Uh, AI parries me way more often than it has ever parried. There are champions whose specials I no longer punish just because it has a very inconsistent success rate. Like Nick Fury, level 1, for years I dexed out of the tail end of the level 1, rushed into punish, and I'm quite frequently getting parried. Shocker's level 1, you cannot really punish anymore. Used to be fine when Shocker came out. And there's a whole bunch of champions like that just seemingly get that parry in all the time, constantly on you. So something definitely has changed, regardless of what Kabam says. Absolutely has changed, and it does not feel better or more fun. Additionally, we have the more new, tough defenders. And I like fighting tough defenders. I like fighting tough matches, but several of these defenders are basically have a great counter or get fucked. Like Bullseye, or in this meta, for instance, Photon. There are like 3 champions that can kill Photon, and the rest of them, well, get fucked, automatically lost round. And we have more and more of these coming into the game, and next month, apparently, we're getting another defender, and I don't think it's good in this quantity. I really don't. I think it's needed for the game, absolutely, when we get new good defenders. I don't think we need a new, great, amazing, insane defender every month, because it takes people longer than that to actually learn and get accustomed to them. And the ultimate end result is that you just get wrecked when you play. And that's not fun. The fun part in Battlegrounds was competing and, trying to be as fast as possible, trying to be as precise as possible. And those close matches, I think it's where it's at. Or obviously when you completely outdraft your opponent, they have no chance against your defense, basically, and you can do whatever you want. That is all that's left pretty much in Battlegrounds for most part, where, yep, you draft a Maestro, opponent doesn't have Kate Bishop or another handful of champions in this meta, they're dead. You draft a Photon, opponent doesn't have like a Mantis or a Kingpin or a handful of other champions, they're dead. That is not helping, because it might help the competitive aspect to a degree, maybe, and I think it's debatable, but it's definitely not helping the quote-unquote fun aspect of the game or enjoyment aspect of the game. And lastly, it's obvious, we do need to talk about the rewards. It is, I think, quite criminal that Kabam has not buffed them yet. The fact that you have a solo milestone in Battlegrounds that awards you with 1 6-star crystal. What? It's like they surely know it. It's just so irrelevant. Yes, there are rank rewards, but then you really need to push. But there's very incentive to really push when the rest of the Battlegrounds game mode rewards are also underwhelming. So we have extremely underwhelming rewards here, and the store needed an update 3 months ago. And I think this is always a big problem with Kabam. They are always about 3 to 6 months too late on updating the game economy stores. They're very quick when it comes to new resources and offers and stuff like that. But when it comes to Glory Store, Loyalty Store, Battleground Store, they're just so far behind. And when they're going to update the store, I bet it's going to be outdated within a couple of months. It's similar to Glory Store. Glory Store just got updated, but it kind of already feels outdated with the tier 4 alpha materials in the daily events, with tier 4 alpha materials coming everywhere else in the game. The fact that you can get 3-5% selectors in Glory Store, it's not great. And the Battleground Store used to be the best source of rewards, basic of rank up materials, especially, but also 6 stones. And now it's just whatever. Like, I used to look forward to Battleground Store Reset, like really, really bad. I was counting every, rank up with, Battleground Store is going to reset, I'm going to get that many tier 6 basics, and I'm finally going to be able to take a champion rank 4 or something like that. Now, I often even forget that the store reset and just kind of remember a day or two later. And that kind of shows you that it's just not that important anymore. And yeah, it's kind of a shame because I still love Battlegrounds, but I used to love them way, way more, like 4, 5, 6 months ago. 6 months ago, for sure. And Kabam, hyped it up so much. They invested so much in it. And you can see that they have been working on things for Battlegrounds as well. Doing a great job in managing the game mode at the moment at all. As evident by the 70% participation drop from the players. And that's 70% at least, I'd say. This is one of those situations where, you really do want the game to do well, and you really do want the game mode to do well. At the very least, I do. In spite of everything, for me personally, Battlegrounds is still the most engaging game mode. But it's just in such a poor state at the moment. From the rewards to the metas to the, general feel of the game mode. Just not on up and up at the moment. So, I know we're getting a Kabam stream on Friday. And I really, really hope we get some very good encouraging news there. Because if not, this season was already way overkill for whatever's happening with Battlegrounds. Nothing else happens with Battlegrounds next season. It's kind of depressing to think of, the participation levels and engagement people in Battlegrounds in season 16, unless Kabam, does some good stuff for the game mode. Let me know what you guys think, but I definitely wanted to point this out because, yeah, it's just annoying and sad to see, Battlegrounds kind of like, let me know what you guys think, but I'm gonna catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about